Welcome everybody to the Metal Block. We are having a blast before the show even starts. And like we always do, interview time, guys. We hope you're ready. We hope you tuned in, ready to listen to another awesome band. Just out there really putting out some great metal. There's a lot of bands doing it. I feel like a great album comes out all the time. But these guys, they put out a really awesome album in 2023, and Brando and I were excited about this album long before we got to meet these guys. And go like the show, subscribe, do all that stuff, reach out to Brandon on social media, make sure you do the engagement stuff, because he's always putting cool stuff out about, what shows are out there, what we're doing as a podcast. Also, don't forget to check out the past episodes, because we don't just talk about what's going on currently. We do like to cover that, but it's also about the band. So, go check them out, like the show, and tell us what you want to hear. We want to make sure we're giving you what you want, and hopefully you're checking out some new metal every single day. So,
our podcast. Just check out the bands. That's all it's about.
Yeah, just check out new metal every day. Brando's right. It really isn't about a don't like us on social media.
Well, I didn't say that.
He's doing the reverse psychology thing.
All right, so Zoomy, who do we got with us today?
Oh man, guys, we are Brando. We're so excited. We have, you and I talked about these guys a long time ago, and we had a chance to meet one of the people. So we have today Katholik with us, and they're going to be here to talk about the brutal metal that they're putting out, and also just what else is going on in their lives. So I tell you what, you guys have already met one of them, but we're going to turn it over to these guys, let them tell you their name and what they do with the band, and let's do it. Curtis, do you want to get started?
Hey, I'm Curtis. I play bass in Katholik, and just here to have a good time. Don't know what the hell I'm doing, but here to have a good time while doing it.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. But we don't know what we're doing either, so we're just we're just doing it. Joel.
Yo, what's up? I'm Joel. I'm a demolition expert. I guess some people call it guitar, whatever. I like making noise, fast, sweeps, shred.
Face melting. If you've had a chance to check out Katholik, face melting is what you get from these guitars. And I know that term gets overused a lot, and we'll get into this more, but literally, as I was listening to you guys, my jaw is like... So, hell yeah, good stuff. Mitch, tell everybody what you're up to, buddy.
Leroy Jenkins. That's yes. I play drums. We've met before. I play drums and talk shit.
But the good shit. So Mitch, so he's been on the show before. Whenever we had a chance to talk with Wormflesh, a month back or 2 months back, time actually goes by pretty quick. One of the reasons we know about Katholik is because we talked about you guys on one of the shows. And so this was early on, whenever we had started the show. This was before we were even doing interviews. We were just having a show every week to talk about new albums that were coming out. And Brando, he always puts out a morning commute and stuff, and so we always get to check out new bands that way. Anyway, where I'm getting is that's how we found you guys, was just through the process of our show, so one thing, we love getting to hang out with the bands, but also just being on the show, like every single day, we're like, oh yeah, what's new coming out? It's like it helps us be intentional, and then we get to hang out with you guys and just hear and learn more along the way and share it with others. So I'm going to turn it over to Brandon. He's going to get us kicked off. Thanks so much for being with us, guys. This is truly an honor.
Well, thanks for having it.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. Sweet. Yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Yep.
Brutal Brando here. Everybody's familiar with me by now, I think. So we'd like to start off with learning about your metal origin stories for each of you guys. Joel, why don't you kick it off, man? Tell us, how did you get into metal and liking it and listening to it, and then how you kind of got into playing guitar?
I mean, I guess you don't really get into metal. Metal's already there. You just have to kind of find the music, and then it connects. So I don't really know. I picked up a Megadeth album when I was probably like 8, maybe. I got So Far So Good So What. Obviously Marty Friedman shred, killer, great songwriting. You know, a lot of early 2000s death metal after that. Just kind of came from the whole skate, punk rock, metal scene. Grabbed a guitar, and that's it, man.
Hell yeah, here comes Zoomy to talk to you about Zoomy.
About who, Brandon?
About Megadeth.
Yeah, you
Here we
know
go.
it, brother. You know it, man. I'm with you on that one, man. Megadeth opened my eyes to so much stuff, and I was a fan of them back from, Brandon, what movie? Soundtrack?
I believe it was Last Action Hero.
You know it,
for
sir.
200, please.
Yes, the song was Angry Again. I was going to ask you that, but you wouldn't have probably known that part.
I didn't know that part.
But, so I'm like a big Arnold Schwarzenegger fan, and I'm in, I don't know, 5th grade, 4th grade, something like that. Last Action Hero comes out, and it has all these awesome bands on the soundtrack. So everybody who's seen the show before has heard me talk about this time and time again. But, you know, that's, honestly, I'm with you, man. Marty Friedman was, like, he was amazing. And still the best lineup was, you know, that one. Whenever they put out Countdown, or his Rust in Peace, Countdown, Euthanasia, and I guess even Risk had that same lineup, even though Risk definitely wasn't, you know, the album that people really care much for. But that lineup was killer.
Second one I got was Cryptic Writing, because I think it came out, so that kind of dates where I'm at. You know, 1990, 97, somewhere around there. I don't know exact date.
Yeah, dude. So we're about in the same spot, because Cryptic Writings was the album that had actually came out, you know, around, like, shortly after. Well, I guess I knew about him because of The Last Action Hero, but when Cryptic Writings came out, that's whenever I was old enough to go to shows and stuff and recognize, like, oh, they're coming through town. I want to go to this concert. I didn't actually get to go during that one, but how about She-Wolf, man? What a killer song on that.
Oh, it's a great song.
I love that song.
Of course,
yeah, man.
Trust as well.
Trust, yeah, man. Our Megadeth trivia is coming up later, everybody, so be ready. Oh, man. Yeah, dude.
Awesome. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Zoomy, as usual. Curtis,
Well,
what's your metal origin story, man?
All right. Well, I have older siblings. I'm very young compared to my siblings. I think that's a pretty common thing that I've heard over time. But I started with the nu metal thing at about 5, 6 years old with Korn. Follow the Leader when I was a young kid. And then soon after that, I wasn't told what it was, but I locked it down. Fear Factory short after that.
Nice.
So those were kind of my introductions to metal, which was very early, and a little bit of Rammstein at 6 too, from my brother Kenny. So
Okay. So I believe I saw that Fear Factory is touring later this year for demanufactured in whole in its entirety.
yeah, I think
I've
that
never
was
seen them, and I think I'm gonna have to go to that. That's gonna be sick.
dude. Yeah, it'd be sick. So yeah, I had that like moment of hearing the songs again. I was like, wait, I heard this when I was like 5, like from my brother Mason, you know. So
Nice.
it kind of started with the nu metal for me. And I'm a little bit younger than the guys, so when they're like 1997, I was like, shit, I wasn't around.
That's funny, man. You know, a lot of these bands are starting to do this, like, especially bands, obviously, that have been around a while. They're starting to do these shows where they're playing an entire album. Like, Cattle Decap's doing this. I saw, I feel like there's somebody else at the punk bands do it all the time. Like, the old school punk bands, like, they're always, like, playing one of the albums from, you know, the 80s, whenever they started.
Yeah.
So
It seems like when you're long enough to become a legacy type of thing, they're just like, oh, you know, this changed an era. This changed an era. Like, we've been around for this amount of time, you know. That's what's so
I've
cool
seen
about it.
Yeah, and I've seen the Melvins do it multiple times.
Yeah. No, they're sick.
Oh
I had
yeah,
an old
but
guitar
it's cool.
player into the Melvins.
Yeah, King Buzzo, huh?
Yeah, and it's funny. The dude was a shredder, but he was like, my favorite bands are the Melvins and Primus, and I was like, wow, okay, But you shred like tech death style shred on guitar. I'm like, that's pretty wild. Like, I did not get that from you. He was definitely a huge King Buzzo fan.
Yeah, I saw the
That's
Melvins
funny,
one
man.
time. I saw the Melvins, and they just made noise for about 30 minutes and pissed everybody off. It was the Melvins. It was utter chaos. It was the Melvins
Yeah.
with Jello Biafra. So after they made noise forever,
Oh yeah.
it just pissed everybody off. Then Jello Biafra came out and they did a bunch of Dead Kennedy songs.
Nice. Yeah,
Won the crowd
I went to,
Yeah.
I think there was, which show was that, Zoomy? We went to see Tool. I think it was the one in Little Rock. And they did there was just this period of 10 minutes where they just had contortionists come out and hang from ribbons from the ceiling and they just played guitar feedback for 10 minutes. And I was like, I drove all the way to Little Rock and spent $60 for tickets to watch this shit.
So,
Back to the
Brandon,
hotel, get drunk.
listen, I'm pretty sure that was OKC.
Was that the OK? Yeah, maybe it was the OKC.
I'm pretty sure that was
I don't know.
OKC.
It was one of those Tool shows.
That
I was
is
just
the
like,
one
what
and
is
only.
this?
Yeah, that was the one and only Tool concert that I went to, and it was mainly because of that moment in the show. It just tortured me, and I could not get past it. And I couldn't, and then everybody would be like, Tool's coming through, and I'd be like, fuck yeah. Whoop-de-doo.
I got a half stack and I've got a guitar. I come on over, give me $40, and I'll just let you listen to some feedback for a little while. Call it even.
I'm just an
Joel goes to bed to feedback.
But yeah, I mean, Tool, they definitely like to annoy their fans for whatever reason, but also, in part, that's for people that are on mushrooms at the Tool show.
That's true. That is true. My experience probably would have been better if I was
Yeah,
on
he's definitely
Yeah,
not wrong.
and I will say, when they played songs, it was pretty awesome.
Yes.
I will say that. It was good when they played. That was cool.
Comparable to a band like Meshuggah live, they're like perfect live.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's like those two bands are like, you can't really ask for much more live than those from that metal shit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Artsy fun. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's always great live.
Mm-hmm.
It's always perfect.
Well, so Curtis was talking about Korn, and I saw Korn during that Sick and Twisted tour, which is right after they had come out with either Follow the Leader or Issues. I can't remember, but it was like around that time period, and that was the first band that I had ever seen on stage. Now, I was pretty young at the time, but it was the first time I'd ever seen a band on stage that I thought played the music exactly like the album. You know, it sounded just like the album. Because I remember getting an Aerosmith cassette tape of Permanent Vacation, I think is what it was, or something, whenever I was younger, and there was one song on there. No, here's what it was. I got a live one on accident. It was like Aerosmith Live. And through most of the songs, the crowd was singing the song, and it pissed me off. Whenever I was a kid, I was like, I got robbed. I bought a tape that had a bunch of other people singing on it, and I wanted Permanent Vacation. That was the one I ended up getting, but yeah.
So my dad, speaking of which, my dad was like, I saw Aerosmith 3 times. They fucking sucked every time I saw them. Man, I was so excited when they dropped an album. And, I said I wouldn't see him again, and I just saw him again, and they fucking sucked again.
Well,
And
Steven Tyler sounded pretty good at the Back to the Beginning set.
so when they got sober, they started getting really good again. But in that time,
he just had
in
a
the
surgery
80s,
on his throat. So
that's right.
Everybody's getting Bon Jovi got the surgery on his throat. Everybody's just kind of coming back full force now.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't realize Aerosmith was on that Back to the Beginning thing too.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, he's belting it. He's 77 years old. He's belting it.
That is cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
That's sick.
Got to check it out. The whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 10 hours long, but
That's gonna be like a couple weekends maybe for me. Like just watch a few bands at a time. That'd be cool. I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Ease into it.
Mitch,
Yes, sir.
fill us in, man. Remind us of your origin story into metal, your metal origin story.
Oh, we'll keep it shorter this time. Pantera, number one. And then
Yes.
it's like Pantera, dude. Just Pantera. And then basically got, I heard like Hate Eternal, shit like that, and was just like, oh, well, there ain't no going back, kind of thing. It's then I just got more extreme and all that. And like I said, I'm not going to rehash the whole. I've already done the whole story before, so but to lead, we could use this lead into Katholik. Is me and Joel have been playing together for, I don't know, I think I was 22 or 23, something like that. When me and Joel started, like me and Joel started playing together in his dad's garage. It was fucking 1,000,000 degrees, and we're just writing these like
115.
Yeah, it's so retarded. We started writing these Beneath the Massacre-esque tech death riffs with no click track, no fucking triggers, no PA or anything. We're just out in his dad, and we did it, and we did it a lot. And then kind of went from there. We've all been in me and him have been buddies ever since, basically hanging out, watching UFC fights and drinking beers. and writing music, even Joel had a stint in Wormflesh for a while there too, so it's like he's always we've always been close buddies, and
we all been in Wormflesh.
Yeah, we've all been in Wormflesh. And we all like
is there somewhere I can go to sign up so that I want to be in Wormflesh?
Hey man, there's always an application you can send in, just make sure you put your name at the top so we know we're,
Yeah, like may not always be hiring, but always accepting applications.
That's literally how that band works a lot. So.
Oh man.
No, but I was just gonna say, it was actually Andrew had our vocalist Andrew said, he said, hey, why don't we start something? And Joel had a shit ton of music. I already knew Joel had a shit ton of music, and me and Joel just started playing that music. I started writing. He had written skeleton drums, as I call them, which he's a fucking master at writing drum parts now. So these drum parts made sense to me, and I was just like, okay, I can make them, realistic, or we can do this kind of thing. And so it's technically Andrew's fault, even though me and Joel probably would have done it eventually, but Andrew got the ball rolling, and now we're here. Katholik's a fucking wrecking ball of furious death metal. So
hell yeah.
Force.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think, what's funny is normally the drummer like makes the band. I always feel like with this band, I'm like the weakest link in the whole thing. You know what I mean? Because like everybody is so good, and I'm just like, all right, I can keep up.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's all good.
You know what I mean? I can keep up. I can play blast beats that fast if that's what you want, but But these guys, like, they're all three of them they're like top. Like they're the best at what they do in our little fun place here we call Sacramento that has a huge scene, so to say that these guys are all fucking crazy good musicians with amazing talents, and I'm glad they're all my friends and I get to play with them.
Hell yeah.
Man, I could echo that, just so you know, like, just from listening. I know I can't speak on behalf of the Sacramento, area or anything like that, but I can tell you that the musicianship that I hear whenever I listen to you guys play is something else.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
And that's why I super excited about tonight, but also hoping that, you know, people walk away and check you guys out, or at least listen to your album another time, even if they have.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hear a weak link on the album. There's not a weak. There's
Yeah,
not a
that's-
weak song. There's not a weak link. There's not a weak riff. There's not a weak anything.
Tight.
That whole thing is a beast to be fucking reckoned with, man. Like it's such a monster.
Yeah, and so
Absolutely.
I don't think we've actually mentioned the album name, but it's Entropic
I've been trying
Evolution.
to get there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Brandon, introduce the album name.
Yeah, so the album is Entropic Evolution, and it came out, I believe, according to Apple Music, the actual release date is November 3rd. I know it was 2023. It was one of my favorite releases from the year. I have it up there with my other favorite album of that year was the Big Flag up here, the Stillbirth Homo Deus was my other favorite album that year. But dude, once I picked yours up at the end of the year, like I don't think I put it down.
Fuck yeah, man.
It's just
that's awesome.
it's so great. Like I fell in love with it immediately. The first track, the Chariot, I think, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the
The
bitch.
very first one, like, dude, it's just so mean. Like it opens up viciously. It's the perfect opening track. You guys did a stellar job putting this together. It's all really awesome. And I mean, I know it came out in 23. What has the reaction been for you guys? Like, have you gotten a lot of feedback? I know it's been a while. It's been, as far as metal releases go, it's been a while, right? Like, I mean, so much music comes out. So, are you guys still getting traction? Are you guys playing shows? Like, what's the energy like for y'all?
The feedback was really positive. We got some reviews out there from various websites and whatnot, and we just had a lot of stuff going on in our personal lives. All good stuff for the most part, but kind of took a little bit of a hiatus, and we're gonna come back and get another album together and see what happens with that.
He's downplaying it a little
I
bit
want-
because most people who heard the album loved it, and then we played a lot of shows, but we didn't really. It was hard to pump it out and get people to pay attention to it at the time. It just like Joel was saying, lives and shit, and Joel's in another band, and Curtis is in another band, you know, so it's all. You know,
And Mitch is in another band.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
But I kind of wanted to add on to what these guys are saying, because the music was actually done in 2021.
Oh, okay.
And it was sitting for a while because of COVID and all that kind of stuff. Like everything got put on the back, and like it was sitting for a long time. Like I joined the band, I think in 2021 or 2022. And I literally was in the band for maybe like a year. So like the thing is that this was sitting for a while, and it was good to see that it had good response because we were already like sitting on it for like a year. And it was just like
Already
COVID.
so over it. You know, like
COVID was already COVID delayed it by literally 2 years.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
he does bring up a good point, because we released a 3-song demo right the day. Was it the day before or the day of all the shutdowns in 2020?
I saw that it was in 2020, right?
Yeah, dude, so it was like,
it might have been literally like the day before or the day
Yeah.
after. But it
Yeah.
just didn't
Yeah.
feel right to really, I don't know, ask people
Like,
for
yeah.
money for something. It's so
Yeah.
grimy, so filthy. So I felt like there was just more
Yeah.
important things going on in the world at that time, and I was like, do they really need another death metal demo?
right.
Yes. Yes.
I guess so.
They did.
Yeah.
You know what was?
Especially yours.
Say that again, Brandon.
I said especially yours. So thank you.
No, appreciate it.
Yes, we needed that. You know, but here's what happened. As soon as everything opened back up, music just exploded again. I mean, like, on a level I couldn't have even predicted. It just went to crazy. And prices went a little crazy, too, but that's cool. I'm all about supporting the bands as long as that's what I'm doing. But it was nuts because I was having to pick which shows I went to because I couldn't afford to go to all of them. It was just like, God, there's like 10 shows over the next 3 months. And so I had to like decide. And so people would be talking about, oh, you should have went to this show. And I'm like, I should have went to this show.
Yeah, everybody was just sitting at home writing music, waiting for an opportunity to get out there and play again. And yeah, I call it the Great COVID Reset because it just, yeah, it was an onslaught, an explosion of just creativity from so many different genres and areas.
Yeah, and for the record, I recorded the drums to the album like 2 years before the album actually came out. So it was like we were sitting on things for a long time. We were playing shows and stuff eventually, but I literally went in one day to record all the tracks, and we kind of just sat on it for a long time, you know. So it was a crazy thing, you know.
We're literally playing shows for a year before the album dropped.
Really? Like,
yeah.
Were you playing the songs from the album?
So yes. Like we were completely playing the album because I was a brand new bass player when they were already done with the album. Like I wasn't even a part of any of that, and they brought me in, you know, and they invited me to play, and the album was already done. Like I came in and it was like, okay, cool, this is sick. And like,
it was written in maybe 6 months. It was really fast. We just kind of pushed right through to get it done. And shout out to Amputated Vein Records for releasing it. Located in Japan.
Yeah.
They're great. Masakatsu.
Hell yeah. Thank you to them for sure.
Yeah, I love that. I didn't realize that they were, not from the United States. That's cool.
It's a cool deal. But Joel knows all about that because he did the whole push for that, and he got that whole deal all together. So,
is that what ended up making it possible to release it, or was it?
It definitely helped a ton. I always recommend, there's a big stigma on record labels these days, and I say, hey man, just send some emails out there, look what criteria they're going for, and it's not going to be some crazy deal like it used to be back in the day. They might actually give you something that's beneficial for both sides, and help you get a nice product to release out to people.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of options these days too, right? Like as far as record labels go, there's a lot of places to try to sell it, to push your music to. Just a lot of record labels.
Mm-hmm.
I think the creativity, we were talking about that, but I think, we realized that all record companies didn't have to be the exact same. And so they kind of started, record companies would pop up that kind of be these independent labels, and they would just offer something a little bit different than what maybe some of the prior labels had offered. And, it's all metal, death metal, and stuff like that. So, it's probably not going to be like super lucrative, at least not in the beginning, but they'll have some packages that can help get your music out there and hopefully build your name,
Yeah. Any label is a good label when you're first starting out. Everybody wants to get on the big ones, right? You want to be on, like, let's say Nuclear Blast or Metal Blade, but maybe that's not the right fit for you at the current position you're at. Are you ready to go 2 or 300 days a year? Because that's what they want.
Yeah, I was going to say that they have like certain controls that, they're putting in there to make sure that they're getting their money worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like the thing is that, backpacking on what Joel was saying is no one's really making a whole lot for music nowadays other than the top. And even those people have bad deals. Even those people are still getting the 80-20 deals, even if they're making 10 million for their thing. The thing is that, a lot of it's for distribution, and, Amputated Vein has definitely helped. Amputated Vein, has really helped the band in that case. But the thing is like, I don't know, like it comes down to the fact of if you could just get that kind of thing and get a deal, and kind of just get your name out there. That's what's more important, especially nowadays. You know, distribution is the main thing nowadays. Like, because you have so many different network streams. You could do Twitch, you could do the thing, you can do all of these things now with technology. Yeah, so record labels had a stigma because their deals are pretty much the same as they've been since the 60s. But honestly, yeah, it's honestly just getting the network and getting distribution and getting the help is actually really beneficial, because no one's really getting deals anymore like the $100,000 0% loan that you get, the $100,000 sign-in deal where you buy your van, you go tour, and then if you get onto the bigger labels, it's like then you're less than zero, and then your guy is like, you get these huge agents, and then they're like, they have actual stars on their thing, and you're less than zero in that case because you're not bringing any revenue. So,
and the metal community is so like self-supported, it supports itself, kind of deal. It's not like, where, I don't know, some other industry benefits from, the metal. And so anyway, your biggest hurdle, I think, or any metal band's biggest hurdle, is going to be just getting their music out there amongst the sea of metal, that's out there.
Exactly.
And so, like you said, the networking, getting the exposure, just getting your name in front of everybody's face, is really, crucial for you guys to be able to get out there and tour and do those things so that everybody knows who you guys are whenever you're coming to town.
That's why it honestly kind of surprised me the last time we talked. You guys brought the album up, and I was like, holy shit, these guys know. I was like, tight. Yeah, at least they liked it,
So,
Yeah,
I've made some snafus before naming albums, but yeah, we're always checking you guys. I try to make, to where this isn't like the radio station where, like musicians call into the radio station guy really might not know a whole lot about these people that they're talking to. Yeah, we want to make sure, because, we want bands on here that we like and that we know everybody else is going to like too. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah, these guys know their shit right here.
Yeah,
For anybody, anybody out there that watched the episode with Wormflesh, that was Mitch's slogan. Like if he had a brand,
we need to get him in a shirt.
It was hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
yeah.
Oh, you should see our band chats. That's literally 60% of what Mitch says.
No,
That's great. I love it, man. I love it.
Nice.
Just add me so I can laugh as a spectator.
Oh, you would have a good time in some of them,
I know it.
Hell yeah.
We're here dropping IQs.
Yeah.
At least I am.
So Joel, did you have these songs like organized already? Because I know Mitch said you had already like kind of programmed some skeleton drums. So like, did you kind of compose everything like before the band kind of came together? Just had it ready?
It's nice to kind of. I've been in so many different bands throughout the years and tried so many different processes to find the correct way. I don't know if there is a correct way to write a song. It's finding the right way for your band and your group. But I like to write a lot of off-the-wall riffs, and you come at somebody with 4 or 5 of these riffs, it might just be like overwhelming. So sometimes it's good to sit down with 3 solid riffs, start thinking of some drum beats, start maybe play the riff on bass as well, get a feel for how that is. Maybe that'll help alter the riff a little bit. You're looking at it from different perspectives, so you get a full 3D vision of what the song should be. Then kind of jam that out, throw it off to the guys, have a couple beers, complain about it, go workshop it, and just kind of bust it out until it's as good as it's going to be, and then you hate it, and then you move on.
All right. So actually, that kind of makes me wonder. Like, so when you sent it over to these guys for like feedback and to get their parts, like get what they want, did it change much from what you
Oh
had
yeah.
originally composed?
Oh yeah, yeah. You start finding maybe different ways to link riffs together. Uh, I like to write a lot of A/B/A/C riffs. Maybe the part you think is the main part of the riff should actually be maybe the closing part of the riff. Maybe you can move the riff
Mm-hmm.
around uh, in its formation. Maybe you can maybe your chorus is actually just like a verse, and maybe your pre-chorus is actually the good chorus, and that's the one that's going to stick to people. Even though we write
Yeah.
like that, I still like to have a nice formula. I like to kind of still package it together.
I, I think that's good. Like doing the package and having a formula because people are kind of drawn to patterns, right? So with tech death, you can kind of get lost in all the notes and like what's happening in the songs. Like there's a lot of tech death, but I mean, tech death is awesome, but sometimes you really have to sit down and listen. It's not something you can just sort of passively listen to. If you really want to grasp what's happening, you have to sit down and concentrate. So having a formula makes it more. I think that's good. That's a good way to put it because it creates a pattern where somebody might not initially pick up the actual like riff pattern, right? Like maybe with the
Yeah,
song you're
it's still
creating
jumbled in there. It's not like
yeah.
a basic rock formula, but we kind of have a few variations that we like to mess around with. But every couple of years there's some new band that's the most technical thing you've ever heard, and I don't really want to be in that race. The first time I heard Sleep Terror, I was just blown away. And I was like, nothing will ever be as good as
Oh
this.
yeah.
And then something else comes out, that rivals that, and so on and so forth. And it's like, do I want to be in that race of each song's about going to be 100 riffs as fast as we can
Yeah.
go? Maybe that's not for me. Maybe just 8 or 10 really good riffs, but they got so many variations of how to play the riff. It might seem like a lot more than what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's awesome, man. And the groove element that whether it was intentional or not, the groove element throughout the whole album is what really draws me in. Like I love the techie stuff, but man, groove and rhythm and like and having those like rhythm elements to it, it's especially with the techie stuff, like it really will grab me and pull me in. Like once I started getting into the album and just the groove hits you, man, and it's awesome. It makes you want to come back for more. So
And I think
Yeah.
that's the part, Brandon, that makes, like, even though we're talking tech death and sometimes you're like, what did I just hear? Like, I think even Mitch, I used this word before whenever you were on the show, but like listenable, like making a death song listenable is a little bit different than just writing, technical death metal. And
Yeah.
so, Brandon's right. And then Joel, what I loved about what you just said is you were like, hey, this riff might not have ended up being the chorus. It might have really ended up being the pre-chorus. And I think to myself like, oh yeah, like whenever I'm trying to, like write some bass lines and I'm like, I don't really like where I'm going with this. And I'm almost thinking like, how do I stand on my head and write this riff? You know what I mean? Like, how do I just look at it differently? How do I make this still a part of the creature I was trying to create? But on the other hand, like looking at it a completely different way and it becoming something more than I ever could have thought in the beginning. And so we often talk about planting the seed and then getting the boys together and then seeing where everything takes off and ends up, and that's what makes the band and what makes the band great.
So I want to jump on what you said and add a little bit more. That's one of the reasons why I joined Katholik too, is because hearing what Joel came up with, he was coming at it from a composer, standpoint. And, he did the bass, he did all the guitars, he made skeletons for the drums that Mitch ended up humanizing and then bringing Andrew, the human element, into the band. I everybody in the Sacramento scene and all that knows me and Joel just basically talk shit the entire time to each other. That's our way of just like having a good time together and all that kind of stuff. But, realistically, given Joel his roses, like, coming from a composer myself, doing my own thing, and then coming into a death metal and a band, which is a whole nother animal, just seeing where he came from composing this was what was really cool, and what was a really cool aspect of the Katholik part, because he wasn't thinking really about like, where can I put this guitar part? Where can I put this? It's like, I really like wanted this to be a bass part. I really wanted this to be a drum part. Really wanted this. He was thinking about the entire skeleton, the entire blueprint of the song before he even started anything. So like, to give Joel his roses, that's why it was so cool to like join the band, because that's kind of how that process was. It's very rare that you come across like a tech death band or anything like that who actually has a composer. And I think anybody who listens to composers, the music is a bit different. So that's why I'm excited to see what we come up with next.
Well, and how often do we hear things like classical music was metal before we had amped up instruments? I've heard that time and time again, and with how, a composer comes in and creates this symphony, and all the different pieces that make it up, because it's not like, me, where I come in and I'm like, what do you got, Brando, that I can write a bass line to? It's even bigger than that. Like you said, it's backing up and looking at what, all the different pieces are, being able to kind of put it together, and then letting the people make it happen, So yeah,
the song
definitely
is bigger than the sum of all of its parts.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a wrench in that whole thing and be like, yeah, Joel's really good at all of that, but he's still leaning on everybody. He's still like, hey, I still want your opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's still like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, because he's not the kind of guy who's like this. It has to be this way. He's not. So I don't want that to be misconstrued either. He's a
Oh, it's not.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
very much.
I did not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like it's not
Totally.
like that.
Like-
yeah.
Little breathing room for everybody. Sometimes you come up
It's
with
like-
maybe a drum formula where you're like, all right, it's gonna be blast, thrash, blast, groove, and then Mitchell's like, no, I'm just gonna blast 2 straight and then 2 groove. I'm like, okay, let's hear it. And it's like, you know what? That actually
Yeah.
has much better flow, and it kind of
Yeah.
breaks up maybe the vocals in a way I
Yeah.
didn't see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Joel was like, send me riffs, and I've sent him like fucking 50, like already. Like
Stacking
he-
up now. It's gonna be pulling up.
it's just literally he's asking for the input to get.
Yeah,
more
he
of a
wants the
perspective.
he wants the input.
Like that's what's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
about it.
I
It's like
don't-
he has
I
a
don't-
vision, but it's an amalgamation.
I don't see a lot of guys who like Joel that write all the riffs, that write all the songs and then present them, and they're never open to the conversation of, hey, this might be better with some input. Like that's not a thing in tech death nowadays, and I feel like Joel's like the man at that. Like, hey, dude, make this better. With all of us, he's
100%.
yeah, he's not trying to. He's just like, this is what I hear, and he does a hella good job. He does a great job.
He does.
of
I can't handle this anymore.
Yeah, he does a really good job of like like this is the riff, and not, we can't pretend that he does, he, when we're rehearsing or whatever, he breaks out riffs in front of me and shit, and then I start playing to it. You know what I mean? Because we've been playing together, me and Joel have been playing together longer than anybody I've been playing with. You know what I mean? Like technically longer. How old are we? You know? So it's so I know, yeah, old enough. I know where he's going. I know where he's going. He probably knows where I'm going too, but he's still like, you show me the riff, I'll play this a little bit, and then he's gonna go home and fucking sit at his computer for 3 hours. You know, like, he's gonna sit there and go, yep,
Try
yep,
to
yes,
memorize everything he just did.
yes, like, yeah, you know,
Throw a couple riffs out there, improv a
yeah,
couple, try to memorize everything Mitchell did on drums.
He's 100% a system.
yeah,
He is 100% that
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you record when you're coming up with stuff? Like, are you just constantly recording?
Depends. Some of it I'll just keep up in the head. If it's good enough, maybe I'll tab it out. If it's really good enough, maybe I'll just throw it on Cubase. Or just kind of any option is good, really.
Yeah.
He makes it really easy to, you know, learn a song and help write and help write a song. You know, like it's like, oh, here it is. Here's the song. You know, and then if he's if he's asking for help, you know, it's like, he's not like he's never the one to be like, no, this is how it has to be, kind of thing. You know, he's
Exactly.
I got to give him a like fucking Curtis said, give him his flowers. He's really good at that shit. He's like, no, I want. He's listening to everybody. He's taking the, you know, taking the cues.
It's rare because I was in that position too. It's like, it's rare when you have someone who has a vision for something and then they're also so open at the same time. So it's, you know, that is the cool thing. But since we've been complimenting him so much, I just got to say, fuck you, Joel.
It was gonna come out sometime. Fuck you, Joel.
Literally, there was a show that we played, and it is the absolute spirit of what Joel and I have. We were playing in Redway, and up in Murder Mountain. Yeah, and then
I've heard of this. Yeah.
So we were playing somewhere that was called the Mateel Community Center. And I saw this like second story, like it was 2 stories, and I play with a wireless and the in-ears too. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go up there and jump on the rail and all that. And then there's a picture of Joel and I where he's busting a solo and I'm flipping him off from the second story and he's flipping me off back one-handed. And that's like literally like the entire like energy of this band. It's like, you know.
Nice. Well, you know, I know we've heard a lot of great things about Joel, but I think this is me also just assuming, but I bet he wouldn't be quite as open if he didn't trust y'all and your you know, like your opinions and input and your skills and talent. So, you know, the people around you make a difference, right?
I wouldn't trust myself. Like, I'm just going to tell you right there.
Hey, he got mad. He got mad and left.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We lost Joel. He got mad and left.
Or it might be his shitty Wi-Fi.
Here we go. He's coming back.
So we're going to tag out.
Damn hotel.
He got so mad.
12-hour shift. Come to this damn hotel. I can't even get good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Nope. What's this world coming to, man? You know, it's always something.
Yeah.
It's always something.
Right. So Joel, what are you doing in the hotel, man? Where are you at? You travel and working, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm in Monterey right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
for work.
See how sad he is about it? I'm so upset.
Yeah. I've been here so many times. I know it's like a big destination for everybody to come to. It's a big, beautiful destination. Yeah. People are getting married outside. People are here on their honeymoon. Yeah, the weather's perfect. It's sunny. The ocean is right there. I can literally just throw a rock at it.
This motherfucker calls me from the hot tub like, man, this shit's cool.
Well, you watch all these couples, you know, get married or whatever. They're doing their vows and they're doing their honeymoon, and you're there for work by yourself, and it just feels weird. You go to Lover's Cove, and everybody's just staring at you like, look at this loser. He's by himself. Couldn't even get no shade. He just comes and stares at the ocean by himself.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. That sounds kind of nice. I think I'd like to stare at the ocean by myself for a day. That'd be good.
It's pretty cool. There is a really nice cove I went to, and I was taking some photos, and a seal popped up, like a sea lion. It was like 4 feet in front of me, and we just had a moment where we connected. And I was going to take a picture, but I couldn't.
Little bitch.
It just popped up right in front of my face, and I was just like, "What's up, bro?" And he just kind of gave me a head nod and dipped out.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, you got any food?"
It's Monterey. It's a weird place, man. It's magical, I guess.
So what
Cool,
you
man.
were just
We lost
saying though, that's why I don't believe most of the videos on the internet. I think most of them are staged because every single time I've had an opportunity for something to be cool on film, I've just sat and really watched it. And then whenever I thought, "Oh, get a picture," it was over. You know, and so like I'm usually like, this video's bullcrap. It's got to be staged, man. You know, I've had run-ins with like deer several times, and I still keep my distance, but I've gotten really close to deer before, and I'm always like, why didn't I take a picture? Like I could have almost reached out and pet that deer. And here recently, I had a baby that, you know, in the back of our property started like bedding down during the day, and so I got to see this baby deer like almost every day. And so it was,
a baby deer. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, whose baby was it?
oh yeah, baby deer. Sorry, not just a
Just
baby.
a baby bedding
Yeah,
in my
not-
yard. I don't know
Not just
whose
a
baby it was.
baby, yeah. But you know, like what you're saying, Joel, is like you almost like in that moment, you know, you're just like you said, you're having that moment with the nature, and then it's over. And it's a good thing, you know, you enjoyed it for the time you did and wasn't worried about a picture. Who cares about a picture?
Yeah, who cares
You
about it?
remember. You remember.
Exactly.
It probably didn't happen, but he just wanted to say it, and it's a legend. So that's pretty much all it is.
Believing is seeing. You know what I mean?
But I didn't see it, but Joel said it. And I'm like, you know, it probably is, because knowing how lucky this motherfucker is. It probably
Things
is.
happen, man. If you just go out in the world and do things, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're right. Just get out
Yeah.
there and you'll
Out there.
experience it. That's for sure.
Yeah, that is true.
So what is what's next for Katholik?
Album number 2. I got a
Is it
handful of
in the
riffs.
works?
Yeah, I got a handful of riffs and songs, kind of skeletons. I've got to workshop it out with the guys. This time I want to try something a little different. I got a whiteboard, so we can start throwing riffs up on a whiteboard and kind of look at it, analyze it.
Mhm.
Like you're saying, you got to change your state of mind. So maybe you come in after a 12-hour shift, caffeinated through the roof, come out with some banging riffs. You realize they're not as good when you're sober. And then maybe you got to take some hazy IPAs, drink like 8 of them, go out into the hot garage, 110 degrees, and get that real sludgy rhythmic attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to get the atmosphere right too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
You got to suffer. You want to make some good metal.
Gotta
Yeah.
suffer.
A little suffer didn't hurt nobody.
Yeah. A little experimentation. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Well, I've actually heard this said many times by people smarter than me, but we don't learn when things are going like they should. We learn and get better whenever we have to actually struggle through something. We get better through and I've often heard your growth in life is measured by your pain tolerance, because if you're unable to get through challenges and struggles, if that's like too painful for you, you're never going to grow and you're never going to get better. Like that's how we learn, that's how we gain experience, and that's how we become old people with like wisdom, right? You know, someday where we just know stuff. And yeah, it's because life, you know,
Yeah.
does its thing, but it's part of the process of getting better is all I'm getting at. And I think that really translates to everybody, because I don't care if you're rich, you're poor, you're healthy, you're like we all struggle.
Yeah.
You got to overcome obstacles, perseverance. You got to push yourself as hard as you can, and then push it a little bit further and see how far you can really go.
Well, yeah, I mean, life is not meant to be hard or not meant to be easy. Shit, yeah, life is meant to be hard. Yeah,
Wrecked right now.
I mean,
Wrecked up.
Yeah, I'm on my second Imperial Stout. You know, I'm a little loosey goosey over here, but I would say, yeah, you know, wisdom is just life plus experience. You know, it's just, you know, knowledge plus experience. Sorry, is what wisdom is. So, yeah, life is meant to be hard. Like, that's what people forget. You know, because we're spoiled. Like, we have this amazing society where we're able to be super chill. We get to watch Netflix. We get to actually like wonder what we're gonna have to eat and always have it. You know, we don't have to go hunt like a mammoth. You know, we don't have to go out this thing and not eat for like 4.5 days, you know, type of thing, and maybe wonder like have like 8 kids and only one survive type of thing. So it's like, you know, it's life was not meant to be easy. So I agree with you.
True. You know. Damn it! I had something a second ago. And I just Damn it!
We all got.
Curtis, shut up, Curtis. We don't want to hear from you anymore.
You fucking nerd.
Throw your beer back.
I gotta take off these glasses.
Oh, it's even worse.
Everything for us is convenience, you know, like here in the United States. So, like, yeah, we are a land of luxuries and convenience for sure. Like, there's no beating around that.
Nope. And I once heard that if you take the entire world into consideration, the average person lives off like $3 a day. And so whenever you put that into perspective, anytime I'm having like a bad day, I try to just remind myself that I've got it better than, you know, 90% of the people on planet Earth probably, because I wake up in, or as good as that top 10%, you know, because I wake up in a bed, you know, I've got doctors that I can go to, clean drinking water that just comes out of the faucet. I mean, it's insane, you know, what we take for granted in our country. So being grateful and, you know, getting better through that process is real important. And you guys as a band, you know, like it sounds... What was that?
Southside.
Mitch, is that your neighborhood? Is that your neighborhood, Mitch?
I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no,
It's
that's
the
great.
neighbor. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Everything's good. Everybody's good. Well, you know, just to wrap that up with, you know, all of that, with you guys coming together, like having your backs and forths, you know, and I think that's what's, you know, working for you guys too, is, yeah, sure, you got a lot of riffs, Joel, but, you know, you're so willing to let everybody else put their piece in, knowing that it's just going to be better from it. And that's what it takes to be great. And, you know, I'd love to sit here and just keep talking about how great the songs are, but it might actually be a good opportunity to pause for a sec and play one of those songs on the show. And so we like to do this on every show. We want people to be able to hear all the bands that we're talking about in the time, you know, like on that episode, I mean. And, you know, we want you guys to go out and be listening to lots and lots of Katholik. So we're going to play a song off of the album that we've been talking about. Came out in 2023, Entropic Evolution. And the song that we're going to play is Altered States. Enjoy.
Such a pain.
We love it. We love it, man. What a great song, you know. And is really great where it's at in the album as well. It's like not the first track. Brandon talked about the Chariot, but this album opens up and is just relentless all the way through. And each song really brings its own identity to the overall, you know, album, and, you know, completes it, in my opinion. And it's really a race to the end. But like we mentioned, super listenable, and hope you enjoyed that track. Go check out the album and let us know what you think. So, Brandon, are we ready to do the 5 questions, or are we going to talk about anything else before we do?
I would love to hear, before we jump into that, a little bit about, like, I know I want to hear from Mitch too. I know we've talked previously, but for our new listeners or anyone listening in, I'd love to know what kind of gear you guys like to play on. Like, what's your favorite bass? What's your favorite guitar that you have? What do you guys like playing?
Oh shit! Here we
Mitch,
go.
tell us about your drums. You know, like
You just
I'd like
asked
to hear about
Joel
y'all's
the best
gear,
question.
just a little bit.
It all
Awesome.
And me
sucks.
too.
All the gear in the world sucks. No, at this point, I just look at gear. They're just kind of just tools, right? I guess you got to find the right tool for the right job that messes
sure.
with you. I get
Ooh, you
maybe it's
fucking
like
John
finding a
Wick, dude.
skateboarder, right?
I can kill you with all of these.
Okay.
My sweet tools. But yeah, I like
Yeah.
right now. I've been playing Ibanez Prestiges for a while now. I have 3 of them. They have the really fast skinny neck. You can shred on them, sweep real fast. The trems are great. We play in drop D. I use 5210 strings, which are really light. Most places say that won't even work. Those light of gauge strings for that tuning, but with those Ibanez trems, I can make it work. So screw them. How
Did you
about
say
that?
did you say drop B or drop D?
Drop B for bitches.
Okay, gotcha.
And right now I'm using my PVJFX. I got an overdrive pedal, and that's pretty much it. Noise gate, overdrive tuner, and delay pedal. Simple.
Okay, what kind of amp are you? What amp are you using?
PVJSX, and I have a Steve I cab. X patterned it with B30s, GT75s.
It sounds real good.
Awesome.
It's meaty. It's beefy.
It
It
sounds
sucks.
real good.
It's the
Oh
brain.
yeah. Are your Ibanez Prestige? Are they 6-string, 7-string? What do you like?
6 strings for this band, and then I upgrade them to Seymour Duncan pickups. Get a little bit more attack,
Okay.
a little grit. Yeah.
All right. Are those active or passive?
Passive. Prefer passive. You can get more articulation, I feel like, with your right hand based on how hard or soft you hit. I used DMGs for a while, and I felt like they kind of held me back because they just have one specific sound to me. And regardless of how you really attack it with your right hand, you don't really hear the fine nuances of it.
Okay, cool. I like that.
I like that
Awesome.
description that
Yeah.
you made just there of the pickups. I've never heard anybody really explain it that way, but it absolutely made sense to me. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess, you know, with passive, you can kind of pick up on some of those like little nuances that you can, you know, change where you're the way you're strumming just a little bit, and you can hear it. Versus on active, you lose some of that because it's like it's just giving you a lot of the same tone out of it, regardless. You know,
Yeah, they're much more compressed.
yes,
And-
that's
and
what.
when- Yeah, and when you first start playing, like the minute you grab a guitar with EMGs and play it through a crappy little practice amp, you're like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is it. It can't get better than this. But I feel like as you develop as a player and you start getting on high volume tube amps, you start really pinpointing little things that you like and dislike. And passive gives you a much more wide variety of.
I like that. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's good information. That's awesome. Curtis, tell us about your bass rig, man.
Don't start.
All right.
God damn it.
You fucking
This
asked
guy.
him.
Yeah,
If you really want to know,
you open
let him fucking.
you open fucking Pandora's box.
Should have started
Yeah, I'm
this
gonna go get
at the
food. I'll be
yeah,
back in
yeah.
an hour.
Here, let's bring something in real quick.
Hey.
Yes.
Good.
We've got props. I love it. I love it. Oh, who are you, ZZ Top?
Holy shit.
Yeah. No.
ZZ Slop.
So
over
basically, I'm kind of in my
I don't want to fucking
my
hear it.
experimentation. Yeah, I know you don't.
I'm kidding.
You've heard it
I'm
so
kidding,
much
I'm
over the
kidding, I'm
years.
kidding. Go
I
ahead.
don't even fucking blame
You got it.
I don't even blame you, dude. So what I've actually been using for Katholik is actually a 4-string. I've been using a Muckelroy bass, what I was talking about with San Clemente. I have a 10-string fretless from Muckelroy as well, but it's actually I got that at a stupid sweet deal and all that, and it's just what I've been using for Tech Death. Actually, most of the time I use it in Archaic as well. But I use that into, you had Rob Calhoun from Wormflesh. I have some custom cabinets, some full range speakers, a mid bass and a sub bass with crossovers. And then I'm kind of experimenting right now with basses right now. As I showed you, 11 string, which I got almost 10 years ago. I'm kind of building some really high fretted 6 strings right now. So I'm kind of in the experimentation phase, and then also in Katholik too. So, and I just got a quad Cortex a week and a half ago. So yeah, we're getting into the real fun times of really experimenting. And then with Joel saying with his string gauges, I use really light string gauges as well. I use a 110 to 55 set on my 4-string for drop B. So usually a B is a 135.
Yeah, those things get bouncy, don't they?
They do, but I mostly slap and kind of do some hybrid slap stuff. So like the thinner the string, it actually makes it really responsive with those. So.
Well, especially when you're playing, death metal. You've got a lot that you're, I don't want to say competing with as a bass. That's not what I mean, but there's a lot of stuff happening. And so, it's already, for like some people, it's already hard for them to hear the bass anyway. Even in something, yeah.
Not in this
So
band.
the thing is, not in this band. No, but I turn it up to like 4. But yeah, no, it's it's what I realize is that if you're going faster, because Joel and Mitch like to be in that 250 to 270 range in BPM, and if you're trying to play fast as a bass player, physics doesn't work when you're playing a fat string. So kind of the faster you go, the lighter your strings have to be, type of deal. So if you kind of get over that thing where it's like everybody needs to have, everybody needs to have 46 for an E and a fucking 62 for a B and all this kind of stuff. You kind of ignore that and you kind of see what you're actually playing in terms of speed and what you're doing. Actually think for yourself and type of that, and just kind of think of the physics of the string. And if you're playing fast, you have to go smaller. You don't see any bass players that are playing big strings going really fast. So
It's a good observation. I never even thought about it like that. I've never even really ventured too far to change, my string sizes, because I'm such a just creature of habit. But I do know that it's easier to play faster on my smaller strings.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are a little lighter. You're absolutely right. So
Curtis plays real
thought of it
fast
that way,
too.
but Yeah. Yeah. You know, technical death metal band. You know, either get in or step aside.
Yeah, pretty much. Watch out, dude.
I love it.
Mitch, Mr. Dark Knight in the Shadows.
I'm sorry. I had to plug my phone into the wall.
Tell us. You're fine, dude. Go ahead. Tell us about your drums.
I remember I couldn't remember the make. It's a maple concept. Last time, PDP maple concept. Beautiful drum kit. Beautiful.
Beautiful dogs.
It's a 3-rack, 1 floor bass drum, snare, pretty standard. I like the Meinl Darks for the cymbals. Play the trick pedals. You know, foot blaster triggers. Pretty simple for death metal setup, actually. Very simple. Seen some goddamn catastrophes the last few weeks with death metal setups, but just saying, mine's fucking pretty easy when it comes to like, Jesus Christ, man, you had to bring the whole fucking, that trailer was your drum kit? Anyway, anyway, you know, but
Yeah, you show up with enough hardware to make a tank.
you know, Jesus Christ. But no, it's
Nice. Well,
pretty simple. It is very simple when it comes down to it. I like to keep it kind of easy. It's big, but nice.
That's what she said.
Are we still talking about your drums?
All right, dude.
No, that was a penis reference.
From the creepy guy.
That's why he keeps getting up and walking away.
Keep that man away from the ice cream truck, everybody.
You heard him.
There's kids out
shit.
there for crying out loud.
Keep your mom
All
away
right.
from him.
Yeah.
Zoomy, I think we're ready for you, Zoomy. Let's hit these the fast
There you go.
five.
This
Yes.
is a fun game, boys.
Everybody. This, you know, and so this will be new for Mitch because I make up different questions for every episode. So, it actually gets a little more difficult each episode because I'm like, I've already asked favorite color.
Yeah,
I've already
running out of
asked favorite
ideas.
food. I've already asked, you know, what would you do if you could, you know, if you were a millionaire? So it's like, what do I ask next? So, but somehow we always scratch a few things down on the paper. But, yeah, let's get to it. I asked the same 5 questions, and what I'll do is I'll ask somebody all 5, and then we'll go to the next person. I think that works the best.
Also, just so you know, I don't know what these questions are. I get to hear them for the first time too when you guys hear them. So.
Yeah, every now and then, if I'm like totally lost on a question, I'll be like, Brandon, you got to give me a question. I can't think of a last one. And then he like says something, and I'm like, nah, never mind. I don't like that. I'm going to use my own.
Sounds like me in the Katholik album.
I'm going to use my own. That's
Shut
funny.
up, nerd!
So who wants to go first?
Fucking nerd!
All right, who wants to
Mitch will go
start?
first.
Mitch.
Mitch.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
Mitch.
Alumni.
Tell us.
What's up, baby?
Tell us, sir. Yeah, alumni here. Return. Yeah, it's like Mitch the return of the Mitch. That's what we'll call
That's me, baby.
So tell us.
Mitch, bitch.
That's
Mitch
cool.
too.
I can't say anything like that with my name, man. I want to be able to do that. That would be
It's
cool.
annoying as shit.
So
Just
Mitch-
tell
My
them
name
all
is
to shut the
Curtis.
fuck up.
Dude, my name is Curtis. What the fuck do I do?
Kill
You
yourself.
could say, just call me Kurt.
Yeah.
No, he said no.
I wish, man. I wish, but, you know.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
you're right. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not
Mitch,
the same. It's not the same.
what?
Shut
what,
up,
sir,
Curtis, you
is
son
your-
of a bitch!
Never.
What, sir, is your favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert? Probably a brownie.
Ah, can't go wrong with the classic.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with the classic. All right.
I thought he was gonna say beer.
Hey, that is let me check. Yeah, that's an acceptable answer. It is. Yeah. So cool.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Mitch, sunglasses. Yes or no?
Always.
Always. All right, tell us, who is your childhood hero?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve. Was that Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Stone Cold Joe Joseph.
That's Helen.
Joe Joseph. Joe Joseph. Everybody, great hero. Everybody could be more like Joe Joseph,
Joe 316.
No, I mean.
Oh gosh. All right. Where would you live? Where would you want to live if you could live anywhere?
San Diego.
Staying in
Oh,
Cali?
that's a good answer.
Ooh, good choice.
That is a good
Son-
choice.
Why San Diego?
Because it's the fucking best, brother. There's nothing.
Okay,
There's
fair
not a lot.
It's
There's not a lot going on in San Diego, and you can just walk around, and it's fucking beautiful all year around. I've been
it's
there,
a
and
high class surf town.
I'm not even thinking about. I'm not even thinking about that. It's just fucking beautiful, man. If I could live anywhere, that's where San Diego.
Okay.
San Diego.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying there's
Hey,
anything wrong
why
with San
don't
Diego.
you
It's just
guys
wondering what the reason
stop
is.
telling me about my fucking answer and wait your fucking turn? You motherfuckers! Shut the fuck up!
We're all just surprised. We're just surprised you didn't say Hooters. You live at
And Mitch, if there's anything I've learned from South Park, is I believe there's a lot of jackalope in San Diego.
Dude, the silhouette of his face is screaming right now. It's too much.
I know.
The Joker.
It's just, it's pretty good. It's like one of those old '90s episode of Cops or something. I'm gonna put one of those voice things on him to where it's like, well, see, here's John.
No, Joel's gone to the dark side too.
Yeah. We could all. Yes, you got it, Curtis.
Turn around, motherfucker. Turn around. Put the gun down, bitch. Wait
All right.
fucking turn.
Mitch. Mr. San Diego, what do you think is the scariest thing on Earth?
Oh.
Yeah, he's not afraid of much.
Nah,
Maybe,
I'm not.
A
That's
commitment
so
with a
hard.
girlfriend.
What did you say? You said a woman?
With a woman.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I can't even argue with him. That's just so.
So, for those of you that missed it,
okay.
a woman.
He's broken now.
Oh, that's good. No. Oh fuck! The scariest thing. I don't know.
Nothing, huh? Nothing comes to mind.
The scariest thing. I mean, I don't like
You're not afraid of the dark?
No.
You're afraid of the dark?
I think on
don't think so,
Earth. No, I think on Earth. Let's be real. On Earth, if I was in the middle of the sea and I knew there was a shark there, that would scare me a lot. like
That's a good one.
That's about
Yeah.
like. I don't know.
Scary.
Like, I'm not scared of a man. I'm not. Like what? Like I don't know.
Shark?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I think it's a fair answer. It's the reason I stay out of the ocean is because of sharks.
Jump in the ocean right now.
Yeah, that's.
Watch out
Yeah,
for
that's
sharks.
fun, dude. But wait
Monterey
until
has a lot of sharks, actually.
Yeah,
Joel and I are
hear
going
ya.
to Leverage
I hear
Cove
you
later.
talking all that shit.
Yeah,
I know you're
just the
afraid of
face
heights, Joel.
sometimes, I guess.
I know you're afraid.
Well, this
Sorry,
is perfect.
I'm sorry.
This is perfect because Joel, we can move over to Joel and he can let us know his answer to some of these questions. Which Joel, I will just say, sir, you said it was like, so what's it getting to be like 8 or 9 p.m. for you guys? 9 p.m.
Yeah,
almost?
it's not very late.
Yep.
Yeah, that's shark eating time, man. What are you talking about? They eat in the morning and they eat at night. Jaws won. Jaws won.
Maybe I'll eat them. Who knows?
I hope so, man. I want to hear about that. But all right, what's your favorite dessert? Speaking of eating, like shark.
I mean, shark is really good. It is illegal, so there's that. But I have had shark once, delicious. Would eat it again. I guess. I mean, ribeye is a pretty good dessert. I guess.
Ribeye.
But
Ribeye.
I guess if I had to go with a dessert, because I'm not a very sweet person at all whatsoever.
No.
Maybe everybody can confirm this. Maybe a Guinness Stout paired with the Oreo cheesecake cookie.
Nice.
Ooh, that
He's a goddamn motherfucking liar. Every time we go to Tahoe, we go and get those fucking sweet coffees in the morning. You little bitch.
I need something. Yeah, a milkshake. Yeah, that's fucking delicious. Milkshake coffee. What the hell they call those things?
I don't know what they call them. We fucking never went. It was your lady that got them.
Yeah, my secretary.
My secretary. Thank you, miss. Well, sunglasses, yes or no?
I mean, hell yeah.
Who is your childhood hero?
Satan? Ozzy? I don't know. The Hardy Bros is pretty cool.
You mean like wrestling? The Hardys?
Yeah, the Hardy Bros, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Barry Bonds.
I like
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Home runs.
Steroids and all.
Come on.
Bologna sandwiches.
All right. Well, where would you live if you could live anywhere?
I mean, depends if I had like some kind of transportation, but I mean, living on maybe the moon would be pretty cool, just because nobody's ever done that. So it'd be the first.
I like that.
Live
That's
on
good.
the moon. But the whole transportation thing would be kind of a pain in the ass.
No, man, because you could be like, I'm heading your way, and it would be like,
Late like normal.
I'll be there in a jiffy.
Joel, you ever seen the show For All Mankind?
No.
Oh, okay. It's like a sci-fi alternate universe. Russians win, the Soviets win the space race to the moon, but it's a whole battle. Bases on the moon, then they go to Mars. It's wild. It's a pretty good show.
Sounds good. I'll have to check that out. All right.
Southside.
Southside.
Iraq.
Yeah.
It is wild out there.
All right, sir. What do you think is the scariest thing on Earth?
Get trapped on the moon.
I mean,
That's not Earth.
I don't know if I want to say it, but because that's what makes me feel vulnerable. But being raped to death. I mean, literally being raped to death.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah.
That would be pretty scary.
I never even think of it as a possibility, but you're right. It's awful.
I mean, if you go to prison, I mean, they can hold you down.
Man.
Death by snoo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, death
Right.
by snoo would be cool. Yeah. That I'm down for. That would be probably the best way to die. But yeah.
Joel, it's Wednesday.
Death by dick, brother.
Man, you can try, man. I'll bite that shit off like Kobayashi.
You ain't biting nothing off, baby. Coming in smooth.
Like Andy. It's like that's what Andy Dufresne said in The Shank. Remember,
Yeah,
guys?
see?
Yeah, never mind. I don't want to do that.
On second thought.
Yeah, never mind. Actually, it was a good idea before you mentioned
Yeah,
that.
wake up, Joel.
Yeah,
wake
good
up,
point.
Joel.
Yeah.
Curtis, you ready, brother?
Sure.
All right. Do you remember favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert? I'm gonna have to say, shit.
My dick.
I would say it would be ice cream. Yeah. No. It would be ice cream with coffee.
What the fuck
solid.
are you, 75, dude?
So,
Dude, I drink
what-
scotch
is
and
this
smoke
plain old
cigars and I'm
vanilla
30.
ice
What the
cream?
hell do you
Plain old
expect?
vanilla?
This motherfucker.
No.
He's lying. He's lying to
Any
you
type
guys.
of ice cream.
I don't think he's lying.
Any ice.
I am lying to you guys. I am lying. Mitch is right.
God damn it. God, I was hoping to be credible on this podcast with these fine gentlemen, and you guys are fucking lying to these guys. Fuck, man. Shut up, Dad.
So wait, here's where it's going to get interesting too, is because Mitch and Joel, they were both like yes to sunglasses, but Curtis, you're a fellow glasses wearer. So what about you and sunglasses?
So I'm sure my band will confirm. I can't find any sunglasses that actually look cool on me, nor would I fit the cool, nor would I fit the cool category with sunglasses.
So that's a no then.
That's a no for me
I
because
feel like if he put on some fucking aviators, we would be Top Gun all the time, brother. And you
So-
just won't fucking play with me.
hey, you just want to sing Highway to the Danger
Yeah,
Zone in the
dude.
Worm Flesh
And you won't
band like you
fucking
did
let me.
before. So the way that my face is shaped, I just can't wear aviators. It looks like shit.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
I think we need to get you a set of aviators.
He probably just looked like Goose from Top Gun, if anything.
Yeah.
Dude, these
You
are
got goose
these are
vibes.
tiny glasses, and they're like 8 feet from the sides of my head. That's what's funny about it. So aviators look like like women's sunglasses for me. That's
Oh,
what's
because like
so
the big
hard
old
about
bug eyes, like, hey guys, I got my sunglasses on.
Yeah.
it. Exactly. So like my head's skinny, so like the glasses go out to there. So
No, I got you. I mean, I understand the whole like head shape thing factoring into the decision too.
I didn't think sunglasses was really an option. Like, I can't walk down the street if the sun's out without my sunglasses on. Fucking hurts.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what these people are
that's
talking
why I'm
about.
wearing glasses, dude.
Yeah.
So here's what's funny. My wife is exactly like that. She's always like, "Oh, wear my sunglasses." It's almost like she's crippled and can't do anything without her sunglasses. And I'm like, "Well, let me go get them for you." And I'll go get them and bring them. And then she's like, oh, much better. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing we could find them. You might have been here all day.
I don't think I've worn sunglasses in like over 2 years.
So I'm with you, Curtis. I'm not a sunglasses wearer, and I don't know why. I think I've just tried many times, and it just for me, I'm like it's a hassle more than it is a convenience. And I've even gotten prescription ones because I didn't like the ones that clipped on. I hated the transition lenses, and so I was like, well, I'll just get a separate pair. And I don't know what it is about them, but they kind of make me like dizzy or
It's a
something.
lifestyle, brother.
And
A little bit. It's
And
too cool to see, But
I guess.
see if I had contacts, I'd probably have sunglasses. Not gonna lie. But
I was about to say contacts would change my decision. I
The
think.
lifestyle.
I think so
It's a
too.
lifestyle, and you live by it.
It's called wheat genetics, Mitch. Shut up.
It's a lifestyle, and you live
It's a
by it.
lifestyle, and you live by it, my friend.
Yeah.
Well, so Curtis, who's your childhood hero?
Childhood hero would be Les Claypool on bass.
Les Claypool on bass. Tommy the Cat?
Oh yeah, I could play that.
Man, I've tried to play that for many, many years, and I can kind of
Yeah, I
do
literally
it.
have my 4 string right now. I'm just like, waiting for the time. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I love Tommy the Cat. That was one of my favorite songs to play from Primus.
Man, it's it. I'll tell you what. Okay, so I've talked about this before on the show, but that is the song that introduced me to Primus, and it was because of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, their soundtrack.
Oh, dude. Dude, yeah. There we go. There we go.
Because I was like, who's this band Primus? And then I was like, oh.
Oh, you let him do it?
Yeah. But anyway.
I say, baby, do you want to lay down with me? I say, baby, do you want to lay down by my side? Baby, do you want to lay down with me? I say, or in the end's the best. Say, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so fun.
This is great because, like, I totally think this is awesome, but people who don't understand bass, I know you guys understand bass and stuff, but people who don't are like, what the hell are they? They're just like,
oh, we don't. We don't understand it. Shut the fuck up, Curtis.
So, Les Claypool, solid answer, man. I remember whenever I was trying to learn to play bass, he said something like he would play for like 7 or 8 hours, and I was like, oh no, I'm never going to be good, you know? And I finally tried to learn. 7 or 8 was a little too hard for me, but getting 4 to 6 in, yeah, let's do it. Mm-hmm. But, all right, where would you live if you could live anywhere?
Ooh, that's the tough thing. It's like I've traveled just recently. I went to the UK, so if I had like a temporary living thing, I'd probably go back to Edinburgh. Edinburgh, Scotland. It was so cool there.
Yeah, so Scotland is a place I've always wanted to visit. That just sounds really awesome.
It's so sick. Like, you know, I went to England, Scotland, and Ireland. I love Ireland. I would love to stay in the West Coast too. But if you want to see something where you see buildings that are built in the 1000s and that Gothic style architecture, go to Edinburgh. It's so sick.
That's cool, man. One of these days, maybe one of these days, I'll be able to take.
You could do it.
That'd be awesome.
You could do it. Literally, you could do it. You just gotta make a little plan together. You could do it. You should.
Right? You just gotta actually decide to do it and go through with it. Is what you're saying? Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's a blast. Well, with that, what do you think the scariest thing on Earth is?
So I'm gonna have a not fun answer, and that's kind of shitty. But that moment. So there's a moment in time where someone says your name for the last time. That's the scariest point.
The end, he said.
That sounds like it's from the Notebook or something, man. What the hell?
Write a song about it and shut the fuck up, dude. Damn.
I'm going to. Stop it. But that's literally one of the scariest things to me.
Well, you know what? As a dad, I'm always like, you know, understanding that like whenever I drop my kid off at school or something, he's getting older now, but whenever he was a lot younger and I was dropping him off to school just because of how messed up the world is, I'd drop him off and I would sometimes have a moment where I'd be like, I really hope this isn't the last time I see him. And, you know, like, just because, you know, like, it's crazy out there, and I don't even know why those thoughts will cross my mind sometimes, but I was very much like, oh, that sucks, you know? And so, you know, just, it's not the same thing, but I understand what you're saying. Like, that's real, and that is kind of scary.
I'm probably going to relate to that pretty soon. But yes, for a selfish reason. Yeah, it's a selfish reason for myself, yeah.
I hear you, man.
We're expecting, so yeah,
well, congrats.
That fear is going to change.
Congrats.
You know what, man? Don't worry. It's the best. It's the best anyway, you know, because you have somebody that's always looking up to you. Now, here's one thing you won't be ready for. The number of questions. You will think.
Oh, I'm ready.
You will think. You just think you're ready. You just wait. Everything you imagine, like they will ask you.
I was that annoying fucking kid. I was
a
ready.
million
I'm
times.
ready.
A million times more questions than you thought they would ask, and they'll ask you stuff that you're like, I don't fucking know. I don't know.
I'm ready for that. No, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh
That is
man!
actually one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Well, Curtis, Daddy Curtis, man. Well, here we go.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, man, and congrats to everything that's going on with the band. We're really excited for what you guys got coming around the corner. I know you're in the writing process, but we also know you're not done, and we're ready to just hear what Katholik has coming next, man. Everybody out there, we've said it a million times, but the album they put out in 2023, you've got to go check it out. I mean, it is solid. Like I said, relentless. A force, I think, is what we were saying earlier when Mitch was talking about it. But Entropic Evolution, go listen to them all. We played Altered States, but that's not the only song. Like, before we push record, there's a lot of good track. Well, Brandon mentioned The Chariot, how it opened, but there's also Lady of the Grain was one of the ones that we mentioned, that we talked about giving high praises just because of how groovy it was. And
I love that you guys brought that one up. Honestly, to be real,
bring that one up.
Yeah, I love that you bring that one up because we open with that live. We
nice.
open with that live, and I feel like that song crushes live.
And that was the classic. It's the last song to be written on the album, and didn't really spend much time on it actually. And
yeah,
the classic story that most bands say, about the song everybody seems to like is like, oh, we didn't even try with that one. We just kind of slapped it together because we needed another couple minutes.
We were working hard on these other ones. Yeah.
Right.
I know what you mean, man. Well, I tell you what, however you guys came about writing the song, it comes through in the recording, and it's amazing. And the whole album is great, and I really hope that everybody out there who's watching the show goes and checks it out. And if you've listened to it already, go listen to it again and again and again, because it should be on regular rotation. And these guys aren't going anywhere. And we're super excited for what's coming out. I've said that a million times, but I am stoked, guys, to hear more. So as soon as you get more out, we'll be ready to share it. The Metal Block will be still here watching. We'll be watching from afar. And we'll be like, there it is. We'll be like, Katholik, ahoy!
Well, hell yeah, brother, man. We appreciate it.
oh yeah, dude.
Well, I don't have any more questions. Thanks for playing my 5-question game. I know it's like silly and dumb sometimes, but
No, that's just so
I like
fun.
it, and it gets us laughing, man, and I freaking love it, man. And that's the whole point. Everybody else gets to see you guys hopefully at maybe just a different way, and then whenever you guys are playing a show, they'll come up and they'll say what's up, whenever you guys are at the merch table or something, and they won't be like, oh, that band, which that's what's great. I saw a post the other day on social media, and it was like, have you ever been to a metal show and met the musicians? And all these comments were like, never, nope. And I was like, that's so much bullcrap. Like, it happens all the time. Like, the person I think was asking a serious question, and all the people were giving them bullcrap answers is what was going on. And you could see the sarcasm in it, because you do get to meet the metal bands whenever you go to the shows, and you get to hang out with them and talk with them. And so if you guys are at the show and you see them hanging out by the merch table, go say what's up and talk to them, and I'm sure they'd love to see you. I'm speaking for them. They'd love to see you.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts of, yeah, I mean, that's one of the best parts of being at a show or playing a show, is just hanging out with all the metal people, just hearing different perspectives on things, and just shooting the shit, really.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
all
the community, that's what I always say, the metal community. We talked earlier about how it just like self-supports itself, but it's always, like impresses me with how much the bands support other bands, how much the fans support the bands, and even whenever you have like different styles kind of coming together, usually everybody's still really cool. There are like some of this newer crowd killing stuff. I'm a little old and I don't quite understand it all, but I know I do know it's brutal, and I know the kids, they're in it. So whatever, I'm fine. I'll be the 40-year-old guy probably just headbanging in the back, but I'll be at the show still. But the metal community, just to say, is always so supportive and so great. and it's a place where you can just wear your scars on the outside, and it's okay. You know, no problem. Everybody's just happy to see you. And everybody's excited to celebrate all this music that they're listening to. So, guys, can't wait to hear what you got coming out. Can't wait to see you play live whenever you start doing, you know, some touring around. And hopefully you get a chance to come down south. You know, we'd love to check you out. If you guys go through Houston or something, because I realize OKC isn't always the greatest metal market, I'll try to find a way to go hang out with Brando in Houston, and we'll heckle you from the crowds, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah,
I thought this
Houston
was
is
supposed to be a comedy show.
No, that's just my playing, dude.
Come on.
You tap dancing in his clown shoes.
Yeah. But that's all I got, fellas. So, Brandon, do you want to say anything?
Man, just want to thank you guys again for coming on. It's really awesome getting to know you guys, and chat and hang out for a little while. So just let us know if there's ever anything we can do for you guys, anything at all. So just, you know, thanks again, and can keep doing what you're doing.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Guys, we love you. Thanks for joining. You're part of the family as always. Mitch, he was already here, but you know, once you're in, it's like, you know, Godfather 3. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So
Literally, Joel says that at least 3 times a month.
Great minds, Joel. Great minds. Well, everybody out there, thanks for joining us. Hey, that's all we got. Join us next time. Metal Block over and out.